Relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones.
You may have appreciated Banana Fish for its willingness to address the darker side of life, touching on issues of human experimentation, political conspiracies, and death. It's a show that isn't afraid to go there. This anime follows Dr. Tenma, who once risked his career to operate on a small child instead of a corrupt political official, but that child grew up to be a serial killer. Feeling responsible for this outcome, Tenma makes it his mission to track down and stop his former patient. Now let's look at clip from the show.
僕の過去を知っちゃいけないんだ。あの4組の夫婦もリーベルト夫妻も。でも先生は別だよ。先生は僕を助けてくれ。
Gangsta is a story about people who live on the margins. The characters are sex workers, gang members, and twilights, people whose parents took an illegal drug that gives them incredible strength, but also leaves them dependent on those drugs to survive, and damages their bodies. Banana Fish also deals with some of the same illicit themes, including a designer drug called Banana Fish that infiltrates every aspect of the story. Let's watch a clip from the show.
ティリー、一か八かで支援要請の信号打ち上げてみてよかった。
S59。見覚えのある顔ですね。
Just like Banana Fish, Joker Game isn't as mundane as many other shows. It tackles a real-world subject through a realistic scope. Every episode of Joker Game is well thought and thoroughly executed. This show is so thrilling I just couldn't get enough of it. Honestly, it was a torture for me to wait a whole week just to watch every succeeding episode. Let's watch a clip from the show.
身と肉体の極限を要求される訓練を彼らはやすやすとこなし、最終的に8人の学生が残った。いや、8人の化け物たちだ。
Though the time of setting and technologies is way different, but both have gangs, action, fighting, shooting and motorcycles, both great series that revolve around gangs in a city. Both have mysterious elements to them, but are not mysteries. Now, let's look at a clip from the show.
あいつは平和島静雄をただの化け物に貶めたいんだよ。彼がどれだけ人間に憧れようと人間が彼を拒否するようになればそれでいいのさ。
どうしてわかる？
似た者同士だからさ。
The anime's main characters almost are similar. In fact, A-jun and Shin are silent. Ash and Nezumi are little similar compared to other pair. The protagonist have been thwarted by the system. The other similarity is his kind of friendship relationship between Nezumi and Shin is same as Ash and A-jun. Now, let's look at a clip from the show.
あの子はどうするんだよ。サフとか優子、2年後にまた会うって約束忘れちまったのか。何にも知らないくせに、セックスも本も喧嘩のやり方もろくに知らないくせに生きてなくていいのかよ。
The protagonist pair likely comparable, that is Ash and A-jun with Haru and Kai. This anime's plot also revolves around drugs, mafia, murderers, etc. The only difference is the length of the series. Now, let's watch the clip from the show.
短期間で組織をこれだけ大きくできるブローカーはそういない。退屈しないです。
俺も情報屋としてお前を買っていた。お前のおかげで随分稼がせてもらった。
買っていた？過去形なのか。
The similar facts are one of main character is a Jap guy who is innocent and good guy, who is now involved in the gang war and fights happening in another country. The Jap guy makes a remarkable change in the life of a guy he meets in the country he has traveled to. Both of them have amazing fights. Now, let's watch clip from the show.
ハビオラ！おいおい、獲物のまずい方がこっちを向いてるが、一体全体どういうわけだ？何やってんだよ！勝負はついてたのに何やってんだよ！とどめを刺すまでが勝負だ。
This show is almost close to Banana Fish, having similar plots like gang wars, dark theme, characters, personalities, etc. This show revolves around our protagonist Atsushi, who has been kicked out of orphanage for having supernatural abilities, and he joins a crazy company where all of them possess supernatural ability. Let's see a clip from this show.
純粋自殺だよ。自殺？そう、私は自殺をしようとしていたのだ。それなのに君が余計なことを。
酒は飲み放題だし、ごちそうは食べ放題だし。
Few alchemists obtain a secretive elixir of life from the demon. When some of them begin disappearing, the alchemists decide to scatter themselves all over the world. What happens when they reunite? This makes the story interesting and similar to Banana Fish, which is actually drug similar to elixir, and story revolves around Don families. Now, let's look at a clip from the series.
So what do you think? Surprised? I'm actually immortal.
I know. Interesting. This means I can flay you alive and such. Gouge out your eyes, then crush your beating heart in my hand while you watch. And you wouldn't even flinch.
91 Days revolves around the young man Angelo Lagasa, who seeks for revenge for his family, who were murdered by a Don family in a mafia dispute. Its story plot, story pattern excluding the gay in Banana Fish, is almost similar.
俺たちは2階。ネロ、お前は下探せ。